Check, check, check. Yeah.
1, 2. Mike. Any Michaels in the room?
That's what's up. Got my man Phil Marques in the building.
Hey.
How you doing?
Not too bad, dude.
I said your name correct, yeah?
Yes.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
Multi-talented, creative.
Yep. Or at least I tried to be.
You're doing great, man. You just dropped an album. We'll get into it for sure. How long has it been since we chopped it up?
I think the original release came out back in March, and then I just put out the deluxe version, which is a month ago, and the CDs just came in literally 2 weeks ago.
Amazing. How long did the process take you? When'd you start?
So that it's interesting because that it just came out of nowhere. It kind of started as a songwriting challenge for myself because I was working on a separate album, which you're helping out with.
Yep.
And I kind of I kind of went through a different writing strategy where normally I would I'll just, if I have an idea for a guitar riff and all that, I literally just record like that so I don't forget. Whereas this record, I challenged myself to dedicate my time to write one song a week, and I did that for 6 weeks.
Wow. Wow, incredible.
Yeah, but the whole process alone from started writing, and then once I made the announcement, probably 8 months.
Impressive.
Yeah.
So, a song a week for 8 weeks. We got 10 tracks total.
Yep. So it's the 7 original songs from the original release, plus a bonus song and 2 original demo versions of 2 of the songs.
Did you have any collaborators on this?
No, I did only with the mixing and the post-production stuff. Everything else, I just that I did on my own. I produced and engineered everything. Especially, I thought of doing the feature thing, but I'm I don't know. I felt especially if it's your first release, it kind of defeat the whole purpose. So,
yep, I get that for sure. Did you do the artwork as well?
The picture, yeah, I shot that myself, and then I commissioned this artist named Tullius Hoyer, from Brazil.
Wow.
He's worked with smaller. There we go. He's worked with smaller bands from Europe, but he's also worked with a few content creators from the States, like Rob Longden or Rico the Subliminal, Cole Rowland, just to name a few. But yeah, so I did everything, most of it from home, and then that record was mixed by Nick.
Amazing. Shout out Nick.
Yeah, Nick Outroom. And then was mastered by this guy, Zach Gerber, who he works with Walk Off the Earth as one of their sound techs, and he also runs his own studio called Skytrack in Cambridge. So that was pretty much my the extra hands as far as the post stuff.
Totally. That's amazing.
Yeah.
Another question I wanted to ask was home away from home. What was the thought process behind that?
It was definitely a lot of emotions going through definitely during the writing process of, especially, how everybody the last few years has been everyone's mental health was insane for everyone, mine, including my own. And especially because this one's particular, I'll get it straight, is there's not a quarantine record per se, but it's definitely part of it for sure, but it's more along the lines of all the emotions I was going through during that time, and dealing with personal stress and all that, and it was, yeah. So kind of home away from home kind of make the most sense of being I don't like being at home all the time,
Right.
that's kind of like a message for everyone as well. You know, like you kind of like everyone has that their own like personal spot where they could just get away to. Whereas like it could be their studio, it could be like the gym, or it could be like I enjoy a lot of hiking, so that's kind of like my like kind of my own getaway. So like yeah, so like Home Away from Home kind of like just made the most sense as like the title.
I love it. I love it. Quick detour, real quick. You got any favorite hiking trails?
There's a few. Huron is always a nice spot.
Mm-hmm.
Schneider Flats in Woolwich is also really nice. And then when I was younger, my family and I used to go to this spot called Owenda, which is like near. I'm gonna get this wrong. It's like near Georgian Bay area, but like the trail alone is like it's long, but once you get to the beach area, it's like worth it because like it's just clear water.
Nice, nice. So physical copies. Are you selling these? Did you only do like a limited amount?
Yeah, it's a limited amount. You can purchase them at philmarques.bigcartel.com if you want a copy. But yeah, it's just a limited run just because like you know, I've like I don't know, at least for the first record I always kind of wanted to like for I don't know if it's legacy reasons, I always wanted to have like a physical like representation.
Absolutely. Totally makes sense. Vocals on this? You did some vocals on it?
It's all instrumental.
Okay. Yeah. I like it. Drums, guitar.
Yeah.
That was all you, eh?
Yeah, all programmed and including some orchestral stuff, which like I want to try and get better at, but you know, it's a new chapter, I guess. Yeah. Any
possibility of performing this one day?
It's funny you say that. I don't know if I would ever do the full on like band stuff, like a full on performance thing. But I have Road to Bliss, which is the last song on the record. I've secretly played a couple open mics.
Nice.
So
nice.
Yeah.
When we first linked up almost 4 years ago at this point.
Yeah, maybe longer. Yeah.
Yeah. You were doing videography.
Yeah.
You still doing videography?
Yeah, well, I'm not doing it as like a business anymore, but like if I have like returning clients or like friends that need like an extra hand or like with their video projects and stuff, for sure I'll help them out.
Cool.
But
cool.
Yeah, and that was actually like a conversation I had with Nick and Melvin, like with like when we were like doing it was the last day of drums, and like we had like all of our like interest for like business ventures we wanted to do is now kind of like the back burner. Like I have my video stuff, Nick had his recording studio, and Melvin printed merch. So now it's like well, we're still kind of like pursuing that, but like just kind of like on like a lower scale.
Yep. Yeah, I feel you. Are you guys still collaborating now that this is out? Got another project kind of lined up? Yeah,
like it's been like, yeah, like I said, it's been taking longer than I expected. Of you know all the like so many delays and all that, but yeah, it's gonna get done. Like once like I have like half the record done. So,
nice,
yeah.
Nice.
But all the instrumentals are fully done. I have like since then like retracked a couple of the songs on guitar since I did get like new gear. Nice. And all that, and
right,
and especially like I've gotten like new pickups and all that, and like kind of just it kind of makes sense to kind of like retrack some of the songs with like the new gear and I don't know, and but the new strings, and I don't know, I felt like I think at one point I had like more microphones than I had guitars, which is kind of sad because I'm not a singer and all that.
Yeah. Sometimes you just fall in love with the sound, or
yeah,
you know. But then Like, would you say like this is where you're probably most comfortable, and now that you've got some new gear, you feel like experimental now?
Definitely, for sure. And especially like the guitar I have now, which is like a baritone 6 string. It definitely like makes sense for like this type of song if I'm like experimenting with like lower tunings, as opposed to like, say I were to get a 7 string or an 8 string, like I could just play whatever's comfortable, but still like I could still tune low.
Yep, for sure. Let's go into the idea real quick of doing it a song a week.
Sure.
You know, like the idea of staying in a zone or doing it on a regular basis, or like even just setting the goal. Do you want to talk about kind of the journey of that and kind of what you got out of that?
Yeah.
Of course, you got the album, right?
Yeah,
But
it's done, but like, yeah, like for like future projects, I'm not entirely sure, but that process, it was definitely like, it was definitely therapeutic for me, just because it was like like these songs were kind of like I needed to write and get it out of there, but like the whole process itself, like I'll start with like the week itself, I like only focus on that song and like whatever it is, and then the next week I work on the next and so forth. Respire, which is the first one, I kind of like wrote in like 15 like 20 minutes, because it's like a minute long, and like introduction, and then like quickly just moved on to what would later become Breakout, and then so forth. So literally that track list was like the exact order that I wrote the initial demos.
wow.
And
Nice.
then like once I had like the initial track list like set, I would go ahead and go back, and either some things I tweak, some things I'll like rearrange. And then there's like a couple songs that I'll just leave as is, and I just retrack the guitars.
Yep.
But
You experience any writer's block? I don't know if you ever do, but of course, being a song a week, there's a little bit of pressure in there too.
yeah, there's multiple times, especially with like various different like various projects and such. I like, because I don't want to write a bunch of bullshit if it doesn't like make sense.
Right.
Like I want to like have like at least the instrumentation to kind of, especially like the record alone, to kind of have like a cohesive like following, and like kind of,
Yep.
like it's not like it's one of those like records that you can like, listen to start from finish, but it's like still like I wanted to like kind of like have the nice flow, and like it's definitely a different journey like along the ride. Like if you take a song like Silent Curse, for example, it's like a heavy, like darker sounding song, and like because of like dealing with all the frustration and like it's like angry song. And then you take a song like Road to Bliss, for example, where it's like the acoustic sounding, like it's one of those songs where you just like, okay, you just want to relax, it's calm, and it's like a very like like a nice like I've sent this to like a live stream, this producer Glenn Fricker, like he like reviews, like you submit like either your song or your mix, and he'll like critique on like what needs to get done. And like this guy is pretty much like the Gordon Ramsay of audio.
Okay.
Like if you watch like his mixing tutorials, he'll yell, like he shits on like bass players like nonstop. But no, he liked the acoustic song more than like my like one of like the metal songs. But yeah, because his like one of his compliments is like it should be like the ending of like a movie.
It sends it home. Brings it home.
Definitely.
Yeah, completes the journey.
Yeah,
I like that. That's really interesting, hearing that, and then going and listen to the album with that in mind. It's going to be like, okay, yeah, you can kind of, get into the mindset of making an album. So you set that goal initially? You're like, I'm going to do a song a week for 2 months pretty much.
Yeah.
And that's the album.
Yeah. And
Amazing.
then funny enough was like with Beatitude, I think I had just got a new plugin, like a guitar plugin from Neural, and like I was experimenting, and that song came out as an accident as well. And like I literally wrote like the demo right when I sent the record for distribution.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so it was like I knew it was like okay, that and like that like would like make sense to like say if you like put it at the end of like a movie and like the credits go on and all that.
Right. I love it. And now we got a deluxe version.
Yeah.
That's what's up. Favorite song? Got one?
I don't know. Silent Curse is definitely like the most like fun to play. Like and also like I do that opening riff all the time for like warm ups and practice and such. And my video team, Ben and Savon, they were like those two, they were the first people to listen to the original demos front to back, and I gave them the hard task. I was like, all right, pick one song to do a video for, to direct, and they had ideas for all of them, so it was definitely hard on them, but they landed with Silent Curse, and they like had all these ideas like for like lighting designs and such, and like and what they got from the track. And so that's a song I like. And 0 Hour is also a fun one because it's like a kind of a mix of the heavy and the light.
Nice.
Yeah.
Is there a video in the process for Silent Curse?
There is a music video, and and we did shoot some behind the scenes stuff, but it's not out yet.
Nice.
And we filmed it like in like February or March of last year, and I think I edited that in like 4 days before the album dropped.
Nice. Man, this is dope. If you haven't, check it out. Phil Marques, Home Away from Home. Video is out for Silent Curse. Go check that out. It's on YouTube. This is available everywhere. philmarquez.bigcartel.com.
Yeah.
You can go purchase the physical copy, and it's streaming everywhere. Man, this is dope. What was I going to ask next?
We were talking about the struggle with like the video stuff and like the frame rates and all that like beforehand.
Yeah, so yeah, I'm trying to get back on to doing the video podcast. It doesn't really need to be explained.
Right.
So, I had trouble with the frame rates just kind of lining up because it was a little bit of drag.
Yeah, I had a very similar, because I tried getting into like the Twitch streaming or the YouTube streaming just for like for warm-ups and practice as well. And then I tried doing the Twitch thing as like the listening party, I guess you call it, and the audio is good. The audio was great. The video, I had delays like 5-10 minutes in, like frame rates kept dropping. I was just OBS and YouTube or Twitch was just couldn't get along.
That was the problem, eh?
Yeah.
Damn. So you've worked with OBS a little bit?
Yeah. Like I'm still trying to get back into it and try to experiment, but
yeah, everybody's saying that's the program to use if you want to get into streaming. Eventually we would like to do, say, like reaction videos.
Oh yeah.
And just do that live.
Yeah.
Just capture it all.
Yeah, there's other options as well, but OBS would I think there's a program called Restream where you can stream multiple platforms and such. So I looked into that, but they were asking me to pay like $50 a month just to use my own graphics. And I'm
Damn.
like,
What?
I'm like, yeah, I'm like, no, this is not worth it.
Yeah. Those programs, I imagine, just bogs down your computer like crazy, eh?
Oh yeah, especially because my computer's like 10 years old,
Yeah.
and I'm like, and it's still working for me fine. Like I don't like that's why I'm like haven't got around to getting like a new laptop or a computer or anything like that. It's just I could work with what I have.
Yep.
But I've had those issues where I'm like, if I don't have like the newest software, or like I'll have like the new plugins, but it won't work with like the newest like software. It just like it gets a pain in my ass. And I've had my hard drive like crash and all that, and I had to downgrade like the either whatever was on Sierra on Mac at the time and just leave it at that, because if I upgrade it, like I'm gonna have like similar issues and such. So
It's all that compatibility. You always gotta upgrade one thing, then you gotta upgrade everything else.
yeah, I was pissed.
Brutal. Yeah, I'm trying to stay away from that. No more updates, man. No more updates.
No kidding.
What's next for you? What's on the go? You got anything planned? Any?
Right now is getting that Marques videography like full length done. That's like it's got to get done. Like I started writing that in 2018, and then we finished the instrumentals completely back in 2021. So I'm hoping to get back on that, and then what's next? I'm not entirely sure, but that was the good thing about the solo record. It came out at that because there was a time frame. Like even when I get the album done, I'm like, what the hell should I be working on next? Because like there wasn't like local shows weren't a thing at the time, and it's like when you have like people like you need form a new group, you need people that are dedicated like for that the time and energy to write and yeah, I'm not entirely sure, but I'm always going to be writing like nonstop.
Yeah. Awesome. I might be able to link you up with another writer if you're looking for somebody to collab with.
Yeah, I'm
Super
down.
talented guy.
Yeah,
He does everything from his crib.
Nice. Yeah, I'm down for sure. Yeah, I'm down to work with various other people, like try to do something different, even if I'm like just like behind the camera or like behind the laptop and all that, and help write for them, like for their projects. I'm always down to work with other writers.
Right on. Videography, what's kind of the direction for that, do you think?
If I do start as like a business again, I might do a rebrand, because I have like this goal like set of like if I set where like I can like have a different like office space. Like I mean like working from home is nice, but like having a different set direction where I can have backdrops, and I have other photographers and videographers come in, and like if they want to do like headshots and such for like other clients, they can rent the space out,
Right.
and such, like kind of make it more of a group effort.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's on the horizon for sure. And I've also debated either this year or next year to do a small trip to Nashville. I know like almost every musician that I know is like you got to go to Nashville. It's like, or not just like, but Tennessee as a whole, like that's like the whole like music heaven for people.
Yeah. I've been meaning to go there. Like I've wanted to go there for at least 5 years now.
Yeah.
That's where it's at, especially if you like writing.
Yeah, definitely. And like they have the cool hotspots in there, whereas as opposed to like say like LA or like New York, you got to know the right people, and depending on the right project and all that, it kind of gets very small. And I actually, actually there was a local musician. I can't remember her name, but like she, but anyway, she tried doing the Los Angeles thing, and it didn't work for her, and just moved back. But yeah, I don't know. I think it depends on the project, but no, more people are moving to Tennessee like now, and then it's like, I gotta make the trip somehow.
Especially when you got the raw talent.
Mm-hmm.
Like they don't care about the flashy shit.
Yeah.
It's like if you got the skills, the chops, you could do something.
Yeah, they respect like all the genres. Like there's so much, activities or like, events going on that they'll like, and that's kind of similar to what I did with one of these open mics in Toronto called. It was at a studio called Objects, OBJX. If you want to check out some of their stuff, but no, I checked out one of their events, and they had a variety of performers from like hip hop and folk and spoken word, and like, I don't know, it just kind of reminded me like a mini Nashville in a sense. It was like, oh my god, they accept all these genres, where like, as opposed to like a few other open mics where I've just attended, it's mostly either college people or older people doing like coffee house like cover songs and such, which are not bad at all. But like the fact that I like experienced something different, right, and all that, I was like, I respect that much more.
Yeah, there's levels to it for sure. For sure, you enjoy performing?
I do, yeah. That's like kind of the, like doing that, like those open mics kind of like regained my my love for like live performing. I think it's one of the best things to do, like when you're in a group, nonstop. But again, when we were like got older and each of us have our own like personal goals and such, it had to focus on those first, which like is not a problem. But yeah, no. As far as like, again, like I don't know if I would see myself like performing like my solo stuff on my own. I think it was just more of like a creative outlet for me. But if the timing is right, and like if I want to start performing again with like a group, and like I'm down for sure. For
sure. Dope. Inspirations, anybody who you're really rocking with lately?
Lately, a lot of the influence for this record, like I was listening to a lot of Wage War, Spirit Box, North Lane, and some of the earlier inspirations that I liked when like for like more of the melodic stuff, like Billy Talent and Alexis on Fire. One record that I kind of gave me an influence as far as like the emotional side of things was a record called Secret Path by Gord Downie. And that was like, I heard it before, but then having to go back and like go back and hear the story of this like little kid like escaping this residential school, and like he just wanted to get home. And unfortunately, like it's a sad ending, but like the fact that he wrote an album based on that story, it was like getting the emotions out of there, and was like that he was dealing with like from that story. So that was like an influence for like just from the emotional side of things.
For sure. Wow. Shit. Anything else that we want to chop it up about?
I don't know, your projects and such. I've been like no way added to my own personal playlist and jammed that nonstop.
Appreciate it. Yeah, I'm just getting back into writing new music. I'm dialing back on the beats, and I'm focusing more on just working exclusively with certain artists, as opposed to like running a BeatStars page and trying to sell beats, leases and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. I want to do customizations, not so much custom beats, but hey, if you want this beat's for you, not for anybody else. It's a different game. Mm-hmm. It's a slower game potentially, but to me, it's more fulfilling.
Yeah,
it has a little bit more personal value. I'm a little selfish with it now, but hey, some things, you know, the vision's clear by making that decision. Working on the website, just kind of tweaking it a little bit. Probably going into more of like a funnel to just kind of, it's more of a relationships thing. It's not so much how many artists anymore. It's more so like the who.
Yeah.
Developing more relationships, more meaningful relationships, long-term relationships. And then now is getting into more focusing on community building, just engaging the younger people. I'm getting older, so
Yeah.
I want to stay in touch with like who's coming up next, who's doing their thing.
Yeah, for sure.
So, and then back to like building the community, more events,
Yeah.
whether it's networking events, just like open mics, open aux,
Yeah.
you know, just come plug something in that you already recorded or something, kind of do some networking like that, or have producer meetups where, you know, play some beats, get
Like
some
roundtables
inspiration.
and such.
Yeah. Or do something where you bring the producers and the artists together.
Yeah.
They're always looking for it. And I always believe that we have enough talent in the city, Tri-City, surrounding areas that like you don't have to look too far. Some things, you know, it's just easier to find online, but there's so much talent here that I really I'm really proud to, you know, if there's anything that I need to work with, any sound, any style, I feel like I can find somebody in close proximity, make that happen. I think that we just gotta raise the awareness or the exposure. And
Yeah.
kind of centralize it a little bit too.
Yeah, that's the
Kind of
thing.
scattered.
Yeah, that's the thing too. Like when you're like working with like new clients, like not like nonstop, or like they have like, okay, they're going for like a specific sound, and like the producer wants to like kind of add like their own techniques and such, and sometimes it works and it might not, but yeah, that's a like it's a shitty process, you know, like kind of like, you know, the artist wants what they want, but and then some of them aren't open for new suggestions. But hey, that's, you know, that's like, you got to work with like what we can. And I try to like mix it up and then try to make your song like even better than what you anticipated.
That's the goal.
Yeah.
All the time. So I think part of it is even doing this podcast. You know, I know so many different types of people, creative people, entrepreneurs and such, that just kind of building up the podcast, it'll build community organically.
Yeah, definitely.
So more of that. I'm really looking to get some more video work going. Content creation is a big goal for me this year.
Yeah.
In terms of visuals, I think it's really something that I'm struggling with and something that I'm missing out on huge by not having
Yeah.
video content out there regularly, consistently.
Yeah.
So that's kind of the plan for this year. Of course, you know, working in the business, but I'm really trying to work on the business.
Yeah.
Because in order to kind of do everything that we want to do, it's kind of got to put some systems in order and make sure that things are flowing smoothly so that I can be being present in every situation.
Yeah, like that is a struggle for like myself as well. Like you have to keep that consistency going. Where I had to back years ago, I would try and put out a different type of video like once a month or like twice a month, and like it burns you out. And then, you know, and if you like say if you're off for like a couple months, or like depending on the content, like the engagement kind of like goes down a little bit. And yeah, I don't know how some people do it. Like they can, like, you look at someone like Bo Burnham, for example, like he was like gone for 2 years, and like because he was he stopped touring stand up in 2015, and he went because of he was dealing with like panic attacks like on stage, and then during that break he was focusing more on acting. He wrote and directed this awesome movie, Eighth Grade. And then like 2021 comes around, and he drops this like this Netflix special that he did by himself, no audience or crew. He just did it at his home studio, and like everybody's like all about it, and like everyone was tweeting him nonstop. It was like, put these songs on Spotify and all.
Damn.
Like he got that like reception like much harder than like anything he's ever like done. Do I think it's like my favorite special that he's done? Probably not, but like I give the guy like massive props, just because he's like, he is like very, very specific with like that's why I kind of like look up to him as like a a professional inspiration for like anything entertainment wise, just because he's I love the way his jokes are written and some of the music that he writes. I don't know, dude. If he does the once he's ready to do the whole touring thing again, like I'm all up for it. But yeah, he's been focusing more on the sidelines of working with like other comedians and such with their special. He directed Gerard Carmichael's last special on HBO, and he's worked with Chris Rock. Yeah, it's crazy how like that guy was like, it was also, he's a YouTube, like he started on YouTube. I didn't know that. I thought I first heard of him through like stand up and
the touring circuit, doing comedy clubs and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Right? You a big comedy fan?
Some of them, it depends on like, I guess like their writing style, and I guess, and
certain types of humor.
Yeah, like I love the dark humor, and I guess, and the roasts, like those Comedy Central roasts that they would usually do, and like those were some of my favorite jokes. Like, to be honest, like Greg Giraldo and like Jeff Ross, and like.
Did you watch that Bob Saget tribute?
Was
Jeff
there
Ross and that guy that he does a lot of those?
I have not. It's
good.
Okay,
it's good. Yeah. They roast him, but it's all in good taste, good fun.
Oh yeah,
as tasteful as they can be.
Oh yeah, for sure.
They get pretty sick with it.
yeah. I remember even the original Bob Saget roast too, and they threw shade at like the Olsen twins like nonstop, and
yep. You like Theo Vaughn?
Oh yeah, Theo. I've checked out some of his stuff. Like, I don't know too much of his stuff to be a fan, but I have checked out a few of his things, as well as like Tom Segura and like Bert Kreischer. Yeah,
both those guys. My homie recently put me on to Kill Tony. It's like an online comedy series. Mm-hmm. William Montgomery.
Okay.
He's a different animal. I'm trying to get into it. Maybe it's just because I don't know certain jokes. He's on there on like a weekly basis. And I don't know, I think he's like, he used to be a drug addict, just like hopped up on whatever, just going up and ripping comedy and shit. I think he's dialed it back recently, but I'm still trying to get into his style of comedy. Mm-hmm. But my homie's telling me he's going to blow up. And a lot of times he's not wrong.
Yeah. That's scary how like some comedians are like that. You take someone like Sam Kinison, all he does is just yell at people, and and that like what works for some people, and people think it's funny, and
Yeah.
yeah, I don't know. Yeah, again, I guess it depends on like the writing style and such, and and people will take it. Even like they honestly, I would like prefer like some of their comedians stand up more than like if they were in movies.
Right. Right. Totally. Totally. That makes sense. Some try and go in there and it's not as funny.
Yeah.
I think Bill Burr in a couple of movies. He can be funny at times.
Yeah.
His stand-up's amazing though.
Oh yeah, definitely for sure. And even like when he was in like The Mandalorian, it just looked like Bill Burr in space. That's what I got from it when I checked.
I didn't see that, but there's no way I could take that serious. Not a chance.
Yeah.
You a big movie guy?
Not really. Like I'm more of those like I don't know. Some of the movies are like kind of hit or miss for me.
Yeah.
And especially like it's hard to get into new stuff to get into because it's like
Remakes.
it's either been done before. So like I'm like I constantly I'll just go back to the same shows that I've watched for years. Like Seinfeld was a big one for me, and I was like Fresh Prince back in the day. Third Rock from the Sun, and
Classic.
what was another one? I like the Bourne series, like the Jason Bourne stuff.
You got like a favorite actor?
Not per se. Like Robin Williams was like a big one for both. Like when I was younger,
Yeah.
like because he can do it all.
Right.
I've always had Jennifer Lawrence was like a big one, like just for like she's like such like good. Although she like in her interviews like she could like tone it down a bit. Like it's like like she always says I'm like, oh yeah, I'm normal. I just hang out. I'm like, bro, like you won an Oscar and you're wearing a $400,000 dress. I'm like,
It's off top, different right away.
Yeah, I was like, oh no, I eat pizza. Not.
I just watched this movie, I think from the late 70s, Robert De Niro, The King of Comedy.
Okay.
It's hilarious. Just because he's got like this kind of like over optimistic delusion that he's going to be like the next big thing.
Mm-hmm.
And he just kind of just goes off the rails, and just like he finds this opportunity to kind of get close to an already big comedian.
Yeah.
Kind of uses it, and if you get a chance, watch it. He like kidnaps the guy and shit. And yeah, it's good. It's good. I didn't spoil it or anything.
No.
But I'm a big Robert De Niro fan, and I like to see actors do things that are a little bit out of what you're used to.
Yeah, for sure.
Kind of see them in a different light or see them in a different skill set. All acting at the end of the day, but just he killed that role because it wasn't the usual Robert De Niro. So super dope.
Yeah, even watching an older movie, like older movies in general, like is like, I don't know, like I'm not like a horror thriller fan per se, but like you take something like Night of the Living Dead from like the 50s, like it's just funny to me because like of the graphics at the time and the kind of style, like the jump cuts and all that. And then you take something like A Quiet Place or a Bird Box, where it's like okay, dial it down a bit with the graphics and
right, yeah. They used the tricks back then. Yeah. Looking back, I'm like, oh, I try and watch an older movies. Some of them, I'm going back and I'm watching some older movies that I never before my time really, and I'm enjoying a lot of them. And then I'm watching some of the movies that we watched, 20 years ago or whatever. I'm like, ooh, the graphics were real rough in this one. Like The Mummy. Like that was a
Oh yeah.
big movie.
Hmm.
But going back, I'm like, tough watch. Brendan Fraser, tough watch.
Yeah.
Not a fan, but
Yeah.
yeah.
That new movie, even though I did see that one, it was like,
He's in a new movie?
yeah, it was called The Whale.
Okay.
I think it was based off either a book or a play. But yeah, it's like he's in this like he plays this really obese like guy that like trying to make amends with his daughter and it's a very sad movie. I'm not gonna lie. Like I went with my parents because my mom wanted to see it.
Okay.
And yeah, no, it has its sad moments too. But like,
So he plays a serious role?
yeah, and he's like they're considering him for like Oscar nominations. Like
I think
that's,
he would execute a serious role way better than the comedy.
Yeah,
I can see that for sure, for sure. Well, good luck to the man.
yeah,
That's dope.
yeah. We'll see.
Shit. Yeah, video editing's a whole nother animal. It's something that I always considered doing, but of course, like I'm only one person.
Yep.
You know, I'm still DJing, still producing, recording, mixing, mastering.
Yeah, honestly, I prefer editing over filming any day, nonstop. Because like with the filming and like fun itself, like but the whole like setup and all that, and like having to set up the lighting and set up, the shots that you want and all that. Whereas like that's tough, but like once you get into the editing suite, that's where you get to add your creative flow and such. And like, so like I'm learning these new techniques like every day. Like try to get better with color correction and like different transitions that kind of like flow depending on the project and such. And so like I like to experiment with that more as opposed to like the filming side of things.
Yeah, that's fascinating because I've heard, different artists like different things.
Mm-hmm.
Some like to shoot more than edit, or vice versa. That's fascinating.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if I could sit down. I could probably sit there and edit a video, but I don't know. I've been patient with the audio editing for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
Now thinking about it, audio and visual in one, because when you're doing video, you're doing both.
Yeah.
But if you got the patience, man, God bless you.
Yeah, we gotta have to, because that's like it's gonna take the time. Where there's like depending on, I've learned to be more patient with my stuff because I don't want to put out something that kind of sounds forced or sound like rushed and all that, because it's like it's not gonna look good and and all that, and people can kind of sense that.
Absolutely.
I don't know where I'm trying to go with that, but yeah, no,
it's tough because I think about just like transitions or cuts, sometimes the audio is still playing from the clip before, even though the next clip's changed.
Oh yeah.
Just the fundamentals. And I'm like, I got the patience for the the audio, but both, I don't know, might be wearing thin. But what I'm trying to do now is just kind of capture as much video as possible and then just send it to an editor, man. At this point, like I can probably get a lot of the filming done on site for what I want to accomplish. Always nice to have a dedicated shooter.
Yeah.
At least somebody to hold the camera. But I got the tripod, so at least I can move the camera around. Just have it stationary in some different angles. But other than that, like, nah, I'm sending that out.
Yeah.
I'm gonna send that out for sure.
Yeah, at least you got like a couple people like in your circle that at least that is like that can like always help you out, like depending on the projects and such. Like you always have those dedicated like creators that like want that kind of understand your vision and that okay, like let me see what we can make it work, and then like it'll blow your mind of like what like
Right.
that than what you anticipated in the first place.
Major key.
Yeah.
That team building and that communication, man. I think communicating and setting out those expectations beforehand, so important. So important.
Yeah, that was harder like when you get like when you try to find new clients as well. Like that was my struggle in the beginning. Like for like doing the video thing. Like some like I'll find a local band that's really nice. They either already have a videographer, or they don't have the budget, or they just don't have music prepared.
Right. Yeah, it's tough. At that point, it's just kind of like a numbers game. You know, you got to find 1,000 people to get like 10 projects.
Yeah.
So it goes. Any promo plugs? Anything you want to let the people know? Anything you want to just like get into?
Not much. I mean, you can find just go to marquesvideography.com. That's like that's where you can find all the links to all of my social media sites, where it's YouTube or Twitter, or like trying to get into the TikTok thing, which is some people. Oh no, like I have the app, but I'm like, honestly, I don't use it much other than just to post my shit. But it's like, it's crazy because like I've been like dialing down from the socials, just because it's like you know, it's been very toxic for a lot of people, and whether it's like world events and politics and like, you know, like I don't want to see any of that. I'm like, and they're like it drains you. It drains those people out, and that's not like what I like to see. But like, you know, like it's still great to like stay in contact with people, like you know, and like check on what they're doing and such. But yeah, no, yeah, marquesvideography.com if you want to like check out all the stuff and whatever I'm up to next. I'll keep updated.
Amazing. Speaking of socials, is there any that you're kind of like shifting your energy or your attention towards now? If you're like dialing it back, or you probably drop into one or two and going more in on one?
I would like to get more back onto the YouTube side of things.
Yeah.
And I would like to, as mentioned, I would like to get back to like live streaming and such, and like kind of want to experiment with that, especially like getting like new gear and all that, and I kind of want to play around with that.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I think YouTube would be fine. Just search my name, Phil Marques, or Marquez. Yeah, I've said like I'm trying to definitely get back into like more like creative side of things, and like just put it out and keep people entertained.
Spotify also they're getting more into video now.
Oh really?
Yeah.
I knew of I knew like the Joe Rogan thing, but like I have
you
seen
can distribute your music video through DistroKid now.
Oh yeah, I did hear that. Yeah.
Yeah. So I think that would lead to say like a Spotify video.
Okay.
Because I have seen it. When I turn on like a podcast and they got video, it'll go right to the video version.
Oh, nice.
And I'm like, damn.
Yeah, I've seen those two actually. Now that you brought it up, the Canvas you're talking about, where you just post like a 6-second clip of like preview of while the song is playing. You have
okay.
So like if you if you go to your Spotify like artist page, you can upload like a clip of the video alone, like say like a music video or like a artwork visualizer.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah.
So when they search you up, it's kind of playing in the back. Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen that. But that's cool though. That Spotify's getting more into the visual, like more of the visual side of things.
Yeah, they're starting to lead the way on that.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on LinkedIn?
I haven't used it since college.
Yeah. I think I might get back into it, especially for more of the like the business side of things
Oh
when
yeah.
it comes to so like DJing. Eventually, I'm gonna start offering podcast services, and I think that's the place where I'll get the most engagement.
Yeah.
For the podcast, because you know some people want to create their own, and I think it would be nice to have like 4 or 5 consistently running podcasts from out of the studio and take care of the full production.
Yeah.
That'd be pretty tight.
Yeah, that'd be cool. Yeah, like so many people are getting more into like the podcast. It's just kind of like a tougher market to kind of like get the, you can only, of course, anybody can, like just have a microphone and just like talk like what we're doing. But some people like if they do like brand deals and such, the advertisers don't really get to see the analytics in real time depending on the platform. But yeah, no, it's like that's another outlet to do for sure. Definitely. I remember you were like telling me about yours, like the last session that we did.
Yeah.
And how you were getting into that sort of thing, and I'm like glad that that's taken off.
Thanks, man. Trying to be a lot more consistent this year. We dropped a lot of episodes, I think, last year, but trying to go all in this year, really boost it up, be more consistent for sure. Hopefully the video for this works, and then we can have that process going. So
For sure.
Yeah, fingers crossed for sure. Yeah, man. Should we wrap it up?
Yeah, I'm down.
I think that was a good convo.
I would say so.
How long has it been since we last linked up?
Um,
when we did the project together for that song.
Yeah. I think it was the second single. It was the second. That was at the old space. Yeah, I was long overdue.
Like 2 years ago.
Yeah, something like that. I was like long overdue for both an episode and checking out the new space, and I've been so slammed, and I apologize for that.
Hey,
but no,
don't be, man. Yeah. Last year we were upstairs. It wasn't anything to write home about for sure. So now we're in a space where I feel like we're more situated. Hopefully we can be here for a long time. So, man, thank you for being our first guest of 2023, dude.
Dude, thanks for having me.
Pleasure's all mine.
Yeah, thank you.
Anything else you want to say before we take off?
Not much. Check out the music if you haven't already. The CDs are available. I'll see if I can get like new merch sorted and all that. And yeah,
dope.
I'll see if I have new music on the along the horizon. But yeah, that's what you can expect right now. And it's let that one breathe and have its
for sure
light.
In the meantime, Home Away From Home. Got the deluxe version on here. Got the additional track here and 2 demos as well. So make sure you check those out. Philmarquez.com, philmarquez.bigcartel.com. And we out.
Woo!
Peace.